Drop the brace.
Hey guys, Mike, Bob, and Jason here from FullHouseRS with our friend Louie this week because we need to talk about this week's update, which was Barrows Deluxe. And I'm just going to throw it over to Bob because I have not been able to do any Barrows Deluxe because I'd get my asshole raped. And just go ahead and take it away.
Alright, so we started doing it, I think day of release. It wound up being about nighttime. I think we started at least to be able to get a full team. And we didn't really get started on a good team until about probably Friday. And we didn't get our first kill until Saturday. So it's the longest we've gone on a new PVM update without getting a kill. But we did finally get one. And then we went dry again without getting a kill. And then we actually just did a trip. We did several trips actually before we recorded this video. And I think we got about 8 kills. So it wasn't too bad. Made about 11 mil each.
Starting to get used to it.
Yeah, it's not too difficult. People just need to be more careful and not die. And then it's just about timing pretty much.
Yeah. What would you say about it?
I'd say it's one of my favorite bosses. I do enjoy Virago. The only problem I have with it is just it takes like 15 to 20 minutes to kill. Plus setting up for banking, especially with larger teams, just takes so freaking long. And with Barrows, it's 4 people for one, and it's relatively easy to bank with the Draken's Medallion, and kills take about like 6 minutes. So
yeah. Like you guys were saying, the day one, it's the most fast-paced boss in the game at the moment.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of QBD with the KO potential, but once you get used to the things that can KO you, it's probably going to be pretty easy.
Yeah.
And we've already seen, we actually saw Full Malevolent on Sunday when Jason was getting his 120 DG.
Spoiler.
Oh, spoils.
Well, so much for that. But there was Full Malevolent, and then the guy had 2 of the pets. And there's also been a I guess I should say GIF, because that's what they call it, of the Barrows brothers doing their special thing when they get together. So you guys should look that up if you want to take a look at it.
The rumor going around is that they have more than one dance, but it just changes every so often. But I don't know how that works, or if it's just probably just a rumor. Maybe the formation of when they are together. I don't know. It looks amazing, though. It looks hilarious.
It is really funny. I like it.
And they're probably my favorite pets in the game now.
Yeah, we actually just, when we sold our energy, it's about like 1.6, I think, because we sold 28 for 45 point, I think it was like 4 or something.
And they reduce the energies you need to make a pet by half, so it's 250 now instead of 500.
Yep.
So you'll be seeing more of them out there, although it's still going to be pretty rare because you need to have a good team, right?
Yeah, you need communication other than game chat. To be honest, I don't think any team that doesn't use either Ventreo or Push to Talk or Skype is going to be able to do it. So
I'm sure there'll be some teams out there that just they know their role so good that they don't need to. They can always pay attention to somebody else. And
the problem is there's so much unpredictable stuff, though. So
yeah,
it's easier to call bombs and stuff.
Yeah.
Along those lines, like you need a team that works well together. So you need people who've PVM'd a lot with each other, so you know like how to react with each other. And also with this boss, there is so much that can go so wrong very quickly that you need some form of either Skype or TeamSpeak to communicate quickly.
I could see people who are like not used to each other getting very frustrated with each other very fast.
Oh, we got frustrated even when we know each other for a while.
Yeah.
So this will be the friendship ender if you aren't in a good friendship with your buddies.
There's been a couple times that there seems to be unavoidable deaths. Like we had one yesterday with I was in a team with our friend Josh and then Jordan and Justin, and we actually killed Carol on top of where Aram spins, and it made Aram invisible the rest of the time, so we couldn't attack.
The one I particularly remember last night was when you got a spear and then went over with a bomb and you couldn't get rid of it.
That's just dumb.
That is probably an oversight.
Yeah.
Or just your punishment for hopping too many times.
That's why we stopped going through the bomb. It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Taking the risk of having that happen, even though it's kind of rare.
Yeah.
But like I said, Brian tried to convince me, like, day of release that it's going to be impossible with seismics, and we've been doing it with Ascensions and Virtus, and Louis has seismics, but even then we could do it without seismics, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because Ascensions, I mean, any 90 weapon will do, besides melee, because you don't want to be close to Carol or Arams when they're spinning.
Yeah, Bob, why don't you talk about the one time you tried to use melee against Carol?
Yeah, the one time I did it, it's literally impossible, because Carol always stays at, like, depending where he spawns. If he spawns north, he's not possible to melee, because you're just going to get spawn on constantly.
Mm-hmm.
I
was going to say, since there's, like, no precursor, they don't show when they're going to spin, they just instantly spin. And
exactly.
So if you were meleeing, there's no way to get away from that, which you would think, at least for Carol, who is weak to melee, they would have, at least if it was just Carol, that would have a show before it actually went.
You can have a little bit of a guess when, like, it's been a while since they spun, but it's just guesswork.
Yeah.
Like, stone.
I guess you could also throw out the hint that Phoenix necklaces are nice.
Oh yeah, they've saved, I know for sure, Josh's life a lot, because when you get spun on, they'll wind up being like an extra 2 rock tails while you're eating up, so yeah, it's a saving grace there for sure. So they're probably going to skyrocket. They've already skyrocketed enough. They're like 7.8k each or something.
Yeah. You know, at first I was just using the normal spellbook and using Amulet of Zealots for more DPS. And I was like, you know what? Let me try these Phoenix necklaces out, and they are very useful. So.
And that's not trying to make margin in it, because I only have 30 of them. It's not like we're trying to raise the price up or anything. No. It's just they're awesome there. I mean, if you look at any PVM streamers that are at Barrows right now, you'll see them all with Phoenix necklaces right now.
Barrows necklaces, never before released item. No wonder they're getting kills.
But shield prices at the moment are, I think range is like 140 or something. And then melee's 210 and mage was 280 last we saw. So the shields will probably stay relatively high, because they're not that common, especially since there's not that many teams running effectively right now. We were actually just there about 40 minutes ago, and in 45 day of release there was like 5 or 6 teams going, not including us, and today there was nobody there. So
yeah, it was like Virago for a while there. Nobody did Virago, but then the one shot up to 2 bill, and then they're like, okay, we're gonna start doing Virago again.
I still don't think very many people do Virago, to be honest.
Outside of a mass
or a PVM clan.
Yeah, who actually know what they're doing. Not
on Barrows Deluxe, but I have something else to talk about.
Okay, go ahead.
So I finished my first third of my DKs, so I actually recorded me selling the first tab and what the tab looked like before I sold it, and I put all my money in the bank, so you'll be able to see how much exactly I made from the first third of it. And yeah, I included some elite clues that I got, because it's technically a drop.
Technically a DK drop, yeah.
There's nothing really worth even mentioning.
Sadly.
I got Ancient Van Braces, I'll say that right now. I sold it for 1 GP. And it's because Josh bought them off me out of the GE, so.
What a dick.
Yeah. That's it.
That's a lead into our videos for the week. For me, I'm going to have a Barrows video tomorrow, and it is going to be the biggest Barrows video I've done. At the moment, I'll give you a little sneak peek. I have like 165 chests, and I have 13 items. So
yeah, Mike went crazy because of Barrows totems coming out too.
And they have gone down to like 30k, but 30k, if you get 13 or 10 of them, it's still pretty good money. And even if you get a little bit of them, it's just added on to what you already get. So
yep.
It's consistent money, and that's pretty nice. And then you can get an item and make it even better. So, yeah, I'm going to have a Barrows video tomorrow, and I'm also going to have our second episode of Full House Firsts. I won't say what that is just yet, so you'll see it when I actually put it out, but it does involve me doing something for the first time.
I don't know what my first could even be, because I've done a lot of things in this game.
Well, when a new content comes out, that's a Full House First.
Yeah.
But then I am also going to be editing some of the Skype Chronicles. I'm trying to get those over to Ryan. I still have a lot to go through, so it might be till the end of the week when it comes out, but it's definitely going to be out this week. And
There's absolutely no way I'm doing videos this week because I have I just started working at Modell's, for those who know what that is, and I'm working 3 days this week. Plus I have to write 2 papers, and it's the last week before Thanksgiving break, so there's a little bit of work to get done.
Yeah, I think that's okay because Jason will have a video about a certain thing that we've already mentioned.
Yeah. I wasn't supposed to talk about it. I wasn't told beforehand.
Whatever.
Either way, he's going to have that video. And as for Ryan, he is going to have the Skype Chronicles. That's going to be his video. I'm just giving him some of the footage to put in it. And then he is probably going to try to get out of from scratch, but I don't...
Oh, and the QBD guide, right?
Yeah, no, the QBD guy is still on the back burner. At this point, I think maybe I could freaking make it faster than he could. But he might be trying to get from scratch out. He was supposed to stream today, but then he probably stayed up all night and slept all day. So.
Fell asleep.
Yeah.
He hibernates. It's the winter. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. But that's the videos that we have for this week. It should be a video every day. But if not, like I said, these are just our planned videos. Can't guarantee it. So that wraps up this week's video, and until next time, from all of us here at FullHouseRS and Louie, we'll see you next time. Bye.
See you later.
But that pretty much wraps up this week's videos. Nope, that's not what I meant to say. That about wraps up this Oh my god! Sorry.
You're bad. You're new.
You're new.
I was laughing at Jason's face.
Go back to fucking your wife, Josh. God damn it.
Alrighty done.